Welcome to Frontline Focus, the podcast where we take you inside RevForce, sharing stories, insights, and real-life experiences of our team that are out there making an impact every day. Today, we're diving into the RevForce Elite Training Program with someone who knows all the insides and outs, Nikki, our Training Program Onboarding Operator. Nikki plays this critical role and is guiding new recruits through their training, setting them up for success in the digital workforce. Today, we're going to talk about the things that make the RevForce training unique, how it prepares you for real opportunities, and why mastering automation systems is the key to success. Let's dive in. Nikki, welcome to the podcast.
Well, thank you for that introduction, and happy to be here and share what I got.
We're happy to have you on. So I want to jump in it, getting to know you a little bit. How would you describe your role as the Training Program Onboarding Operator?
So it is a lot of back and forth with, just touching base with our recruits, a lot of connections, reaching out there as a support. So whatever they need from start to finish, I'm there guiding them as like a little cheerleader. Hey, remember to do this, remember to do that, and checking in constantly. Again, just making sure everybody has what they need to be able to learn and get through the CERT program.
Yeah, I know that's so helpful, especially to a lot of our trainees. It's kind of scary starting a program, starting a training system. You don't really know what to expect, and especially one that is as elite as ours, it can be a little intimidating. So it's nice to have that friendly face that hops on and lets them know, like, hey, everything is going to be okay.
Yeah.
So diving into the RevForce Elite Training Program, what makes RevForce, the RevForce Training Program, different from other digital training programs?
Well, I mean, from what is out there, and from, even with the high level, program itself, there's nobody that's helping you guide you through it. With this high level CERT program, you're watching videos to pass, part A and part B exam. Mm-hmm. And what we help do is actually walk you through all that and kind of give you real life scenarios to put a little bit more context versus just sitting and watching videos. So we're there, we have different, training, and we have our own courses that you can go through that helps, from start to finish, from the time that you enroll with an onboarding course to what happens after you get done with your certification. And I think that's really where we start to shine, and we're able to help a lot of people with that, is what to do after, because everybody's confused. And even for ourselves on our team, we've experienced that. Like, we got our certification and it's like, okay, now what? And we now have a program. As we keep getting better and better and more iterations, we now have a course that actually helps you with setting that up. And it's kind of like the Mr. Miyagi, Miyagi effect, where, it also helps prep you for your live proctor exam. So as you're going through this training, it's teaching you, one, how to set everything up from start to finish as for your own agency, and to get you ready to go to market with your offer. And with the training in 2.0 of what we have going on, it's going to help with, how do I process map? How do I vet out customers, knowing who's the right fit for what I'm doing? Helping folks niche down, because there's so many different ways and so many different avenues you could go with high level, and it's overwhelming. So I feel like it's kind of like so many things coming at you. We're able to help walk through, hold your hand and say, it's going to be okay. We got you, and that you'll be able to stand up a system and go to market with what your offer is after you're done with training.
That sounds so great. I know from personal experience with our team, like all of those support systems, all of the different ways that you go in and you just dive into the platform, you start really looking into how the software works and how it all comes together is so helpful. I know on my live proctor exam, we definitely say I had the Jesus clothes, but yeah. it was definitely so helpful to have went through and tested and went through the software and where I was going and how I was maneuvering through the system. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing is understanding the why. And when you can help people understand what that why is, then it's like everything starts to like click and link together. So it's always awesome to see that. And even with our students, it's like, oh yeah, big picture. It's like, yeah. These things that maybe might have seemed like, why the heck am I doing this? I know how to enter this information in, but then when you can put it all together and see, okay, this is how this vehicle works.
Yeah. Yeah. You just created your car.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes, you
Your
had to put
system.
that wheel on, but now your car can actually, like, your whole car can drive.
Yeah. Now you got 4 wheels.
I love it. I love it. So this kind of might have went into what you just talked about, but how does the training set people up for long-term success in automation and system operations?
I mean, a huge thing is leveraging community, right? And I think that's one thing that, you know, what we've come in from our background and our history at RevForce is, you know, being able to leverage community and using the tools and resources that you have, you know, from with the training that we have set up, to being able to help people, you know, walk through all these different scenarios and kind of, you know, do shadow missions with them and point missions so that they have the confidence. So when they walk in and take their first customer, you know they have a team behind them, the RevForce team. So,
yeah.
And also for like customers too, you know, when they work with somebody that's part of RevForce, you know, giving them the guarantee that there's not just one person that's just doing the work. There's a whole team of people that are behind your operator that's, you know, helping answer any questions, or, you know, maybe there's things that are getting parted off that somebody might specialize in. So going back to, you know, what you're saying, you know, having the team approach, having the community behind you, and the different partnerships, because we know we can't be everything for everybody. So, you know, being able to work in a, you know, as a team to get our missions completed.
Yeah, I think your insight on that was spot on. Moving on, what advice would you give someone thinking about joining our training program?
Do it. Yeah, I feel like even for myself, like jumping into the tech world, it's scary because there's a lot of different things and you don't know a lot of what's out there because there's so many different layers to it. So, you know, for me, it would be just do it, sign up. You know, it's opened up so many different opportunities. I know, speaking for myself, it's opened up different opportunities for working and you know, being in situations and actually providing like a future for myself of, you know, I can really go anywhere with this depending on how far and how much I'm going to put into it. You know, where I started off as a technician and now I'm like hoping to move myself into a leadership position to help other operators along the way. And that's, you know, what we're doing with the basic training program. So it's,
you're so humble. We're like, we've had Nikki in this leadership position for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's been, you know, it's opened up different avenues. And again, I don't necessarily have to be working in people's businesses. I can move anywhere with these skills. And it's helped me build the confidence to, take on other clients or expand my horizons and where I want to see this program go and grow. So you take the step, do the thing.
Yeah, sign up.
Yeah.
I just for our listeners, I know a big thing is that this is a career. This is a path of something different than like going to college and getting your certificate or a diploma. This is a skill set that allows you to be flexible with your career. And I think we were just reading the other day, we heard that it's like somewhere around like you have to fill out like 180 applications coming out into the job force before you actually get a job. That's insane. Whereas this training program, it's just amazing to me that someone can go in, they can train for, you know, under 3 months, and they can have a skill set that allows them to propel their lives forward financially and travel wise, whatever they want to do, dream wise. That's amazing.
Yeah. And that, you know, and that's one great thing is about the system. It's what you put into it. Right. So, you know, and we're not here to, you know, tell you, everything's going to be easy and everything's going to be great. It's the energy and the effort the energy and effort that you put into it is what you get out of it. So it's like you steer the ship of where you want to head and you can get there. I mean, even for myself, I was just traveling out in the Southeast Asia for the last 2 months. And I would never have this opportunity had I not been working with RevForce and High Level, because I would be tethered to, tethered to a job and physically having to punch in and punch out somewhere, where, being able to take my work on the road with me has like opened up a whole new world of opportunities of like, I got the itch and I'm traveling and I can take my clients with me. The time difference might be a little rough.
Yeah,
but
nothing like a meeting at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of, future endeavors, what are you most excited about for the future of this training program?
Oh man, all the lives we're going to be able to help transform, seeing our students, and, we've all gone through the program, we've all gone through the training, and now we're bringing up more students and seeing like the light at the end of the tunnel for them, and seeing like, being able to help them envision they can create the life that they want.
Mm-hmm.
We got some good, from a talk from actually the Dallas Summit, find a job or decide what life you want and then build your business around it. And that I've
absolutely.
like taken heart so much, like so hard, because I don't want to be stuck at a 9 to 5 having somebody tell me I can't take my PTO because, it's the beginning of the year. And I've actually had that experience. And I'm like, since that experience, I'm like, how do I build my life on my terms? And I want to work on my terms, and not by anybody telling me, oh, you can only take this amount of time off, or tell your partner or your spouse they can't take you on vacation. This program and this, job opportunity gives me that flexibility with my time and my schedule. I can arrange, if I need to be somewhere, let's say family lives in Chicago. If I need to be in Chicago, I can pick up and go, and not be like, oh, well, shoot, I can't take off of work. So I think, sharing that, and again, I can make as much money as I want to. Again, it's the effort that you put into it. So helping our students realize that, and, giving that possibility back. I mean, even yourself, you were a stay-at-home mom, and now you're able to travel and do all these things and spend more time with your family. And I think that's huge when it comes down to it, having the flexibility of the life that you want to live.
Yeah, that is a great way to put it. I'm so excited for our listeners to just hear your inspiration, hear just your passion for what you're doing and for our training system. It is definitely elite, that's for sure. So I just want to thank you for popping on and giving us a little insight.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. Yeah.
I'm
always, anytime you want to talk.
I know, it's just like, hey, let's just call up Nikki and pop her on this podcast. So, well, guys, that's a wrap for this episode of Frontline Focus. We hope you enjoyed learning about RevForce Elite Training Program and how Nikki is shaping the future of our operators. If you're looking to develop an indispensable digital skills and you want to step up in the high demand career, consider joining RevForce Training and becoming a part of this team that redefines the digital operations. Remember, at RevForce, your milestone is our mission. We'll see you on the front lines.